George Clooney describes how he accidentally started a $1 billion tequila business in Casamigos. Casamigos is known as a house of friendship. While many individuals have had wild ideas while out drinking with friends for business ventures, George Clooney and Randy Gerber actually followed through on theirs. In instance, the idea for tequila occurred to the Hollywood actor and his friend and business partner Randy Gerber as they were traveling to their respective homes in Mexico. About 30 years before, they had already met when George was making one of his first movies in New York. Added Randy Gerber, "I met him at the bar over a tequila since he was approaching one of my establishments at the time, Morgan's. He remained there for 3 months, and throughout that time, we became close by spending every evening together at the bar. The two would tour the country playing golf with their other friends. While on the golf tour, they met Mike Meldman, a real estate guru, even though they sometimes only played 9 holes. The advertiser said, we were acquainted by a mutual friend, who recommended we play one of Mike's golf courses. He took care of us, we became friends, and subsequently we built our homes in Mike's subdivision in Mexico." Casamigos co-founders display their goods along the beach. Clooney and Gerber both had homes that were close to one another on the Casamigos property. According to Gerber, it felt like one compound. There, we would host a gathering of our friends for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at different venues. It seemed to be a single big house. They also often drank tequila with meals. Casamigos was founded as a company by chance. In actuality, Casamigos means house of friends loosely. Just think of the words casa and amigos. Our tequila was made for just drinking and socializing with friends. It wasn't intended for sale to the general public, but once word got out, we realized we had something special. In his recollection of their early years in Mexico, Gerber said, "Like you do in Mexico, we would consume a lot of tequila. When we went out, the bartenders would recommend locations for us to eat and drink. Others were quite good, others weren't so good, and some were expensive. George once whirled around to face me and exclaimed, 'Why don't we just create our own? The perfect one for us.' They actually got it right, too. He said that we were looking for one with the right flavor profile, was really smooth, and didn't burn when ingested. We often drink it straight or on the rocks since it really doesn't need to be mixed, and we can drink it all day without becoming wasted in the morning." The first tequila pilgrimage mistake-proof recipe. The two immediately set to work on market research, meetings with distillers, tasting samples, and conducting blind taste tests with their friends and family as they started their tequila voyage. They eventually came upon a recipe with practically no burn. We finally got it perfect, after 700 samples and more than 2 years, according to Gerber. We eventually came to an agreement on one, and it was ours. We were certain that our friends would likewise love what we had created. The co-founders of Casamigos at an alcoholic beverage production site citation. Casamigos, when the ideal tequila formula was discovered, people began ordering, serving, and drinking bottles in their Casamigos homes. Although the two vowed to make a tequila that wouldn't give you a hangover, the typical bottle of tequila contains around 40% alcohol, so it's certainly not a good choice for inexperienced drinkers. Following its formal release in 2013, Casamigos may be purchased by the general public. Casamigos' natural evolution made starting a business less burdensome. All of this happened on its own. Since all we wanted was the best tequila for us to drink, we didn't really care whether it was a huge success. So when it turned into a business, it was easy. What started as a side project turned into a successful private label tequila business, as any product backed by George Clooney would undoubtedly sell itself. Casamigos is the real deal. Casamigos has a unique flavor since it's made from only Blue Weber agaves that have been toasted in traditional brick ovens for 72 hours. The unique flavor of the tequila is then sealed in further by 80 hours of maturation. Since Casamigos is meant to be enjoyed slowly and with wonderful company, it's the perfect gift to give to friends. Randy Gerber, a co-founder of Casamigos, asserts that the best tequila may be found in an inexpensive bottle. With delight, Gerber describes his golden child, an ultra-premium small-batch tequila that is aged and barreled, while a master distiller chooses the proper moment to transfer it from the barrel to the bottle. He stated, "It takes a long time to grow the Blue Weber agaves. It takes 7 to 9 years. We make use of vintage brick furnaces." Brand exploding. Gerber claims that the Casamigos brand immediately took off via word of mouth, in part due to George's name being connected to it. But we started winning trophies, which legitimizes you, as the saying goes. The brand has excelled at competitions ranging from the Los Angeles International Spirits Competition to the New York World Wine and Spirits Competition. taking home gold medals in particular at each of those events, as well as the Spirits of Mexico tasting competition and the Beverage Testing Institute. After that, it accelerated. At a reception, Casamigos clients. In fact, the sales of these amazing drinks grew quickly. Ad Age reports that the brand's sales volume more than doubled from 38,000 9-liter cases in 2014 to an astounding 80,000 in 2015. According to Ad Age, there has been a tequila gold rush. While Gerber, who operated Casamigos full-time, would not provide exact sales numbers or discuss the company's revenues, Casamigos once again more than doubled its volume in 2016. One of the biggest sectors in the world with the quickest growth because of its incredible increase. According to the author, what started as a friendship and a plan to make the best tasting, smoothest tequila for us to drink at home and share with friends, has quickly evolved into the fastest growing super premium tequila. Randy Gerber, a co-founder of Casamigos, as a consequence of the Casamigos success. Diageo, whose alcoholic offerings include Johnny Walker Scotch and Guinness beer, eventually expressed interest in it. One of the draws of Casamigos is the rising demand for tequila, which has grown in popularity as the agave-derived beverage has transcended its frat house roots. Co-founders of Casamigos from Mexico. It's fantastic each and every time, he said. If you have a great master distiller, their palate, sense of smell, and sense of taste almost appear to have been passed down from generation to generation. We want to take part in that process. Unquestionably, Casamigos, which started as a house of friends, has developed into one of the most well-known premium tequila brands globally. The tequila brand has been successful, riding the crest of an industry wave and gaining tremendous upward momentum over the years. It started as an inadvertent passion project by well-known entrepreneurs.